Greetings everyone, my name is Nester82, and these are my top 5 games that I played in 2014. Number 5. The Wolf Among Us. Now I am a huge Telltale fan, ever since The Walking Dead caught my eye back in 2012. And after playing that, I jumped on board anything Telltale would ever produce. When I first heard about The Wolf Among Us, and never knowing anything about the Fable series before, I figured to give it a shot. Boy was I not disappointed. This point-and-click adventure has you take on the role of Bigby Wolf, the sheriff of Fabletown, or, to us, more mongoose than everything, a small district in New York City. As Bigby, various fables throughout the universe, such as Toad, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, and the Woodsman, just to name a few. During the game, you try to solve a murder mystery of fables being beheaded, and with twists and turns across the 5 episodes, this game will keep you guessing at what will happen next. Number 4. Dead Rising. Yes, you heard that correctly. I had never played Dead Rising until 2014. I was always afraid of messing up my Xbox 360 with the red ring of death while playing Dead Rising. But after some time, I finally picked it up. My fears were quickly dashed, however, as I had a blast playing this game. With many different ways to slay zombies and saving many people in the process, this game quickly grew on me as one of my favorite games to have played this year. Take on the role of Frank West, a photojournalist who heard of a story brewing up in the fictional town of Willamette, Colorado. After arriving, you find out that the inhabitants have been turned into zombies. It is your task to find out what has happened and who is to blame. This game was fantastic to play, though I did have one grief about the achievements in this game, that they were all worth 20 gamerscore apiece. No matter how easy or hard they were, all of them were with the same gamerscore. Especially after streaming and playing this game for 14 hours straight, you would expect maybe 100 gamerscore, not 20. But overall, with the many ways to kill the zombies and taking place at the mall, this is a gem that I was glad to have played during 2014. Number 3. Five Nights at Freddy's. This lone Steam game makes it to my number 3 on my list, and it has good merit to be there. Have you ever been to a Chuck E. Cheese, or perhaps a Billy Bob's Wonderland? Well, at these pizza-style family restaurants, there are animatronics there who sing and move about for your entertainment. Well, Five Nights at Freddy's has these too. This simple game of having you watch video cameras and making sure to not get yourself killed by the 4 to 5 animatronics will have you sitting on the edge of your seat. I say 4 to 5 for a reason. We have Freddy the Bear, Chica the Chicken, Bonnie the Bunny, and Foxy the Fox that can, have to keep an eye on, whatnot. But also there is a secret character called Golden Freddy that can appear and crash your game if you see him. So beware if you look down that left hallway. Wink! If you are clever enough to survive the first 5 nights, you are awarded with a star in the main title screen. If you're brave enough to beat Night 6, you get your second star. Then comes Custom Night 7, to which you can program the animatronics to any set difficulty. But the true challenge is, of course, 20-20-20-20 mode, where the AR is set to their highest difficulty and will probably frustrate you more than scare you if you dare take on this challenge. It may take hours to beat this mode, but it is worth seeing that 3rd star at the title screen. Number 2. Destiny. Bungie is by far one of my all-time favorite video game companies, with their creation of Marathon Durandal and the Halo series, and what an experience I had in this game. When they stepped away from creating Halo and started works on this game called Destiny, I at least had to experience this game for myself. Though the story is a bit lackluster, sharing game experiences with fellow friends in the game helped put this game to number 2 on my list. In Destiny, you take on one of the 3 roles: Titan, Warlock, and the Hunter. Each class has their own unique style of play. For example, the Titan is a tank figure, Hunter as a fighter, and the Warlock as the nerd. Spellcaster, of course. From the story, to the Crucible, to raids and strikes, plus friends to share in your adventure, you'll have a positive outlook in Destiny. My ultimate number 1! Borderlands The PreSequel. Yes, I am a big fan of the Borderlands series, and after playing this game in 2014, it had my number 1 spot of favorite games. In this PreSequel, you take on the roles of 4 new Vault Hunters: Wilhelm, Nisha, Athena, and everyone's favorite robot, Claptrap. You were hired by none other than Handsome Jack himself, who wants nothing more than to rule the world. And who doesn't want to do that? In my playthrough of the game, I chose Claptrap, just so I could use most of the previous Vault Hunter specials. What is funnier than running around with a blade saw from Krieg, or using turrets, or shooting cannonballs from yourself? You have a wide selection of guns to find and use against the wave of bandits, robots, and creatures of the moon. There are some pretty epic boss battles scattered throughout the game, so be sure to keep an eye out for one of them. Overall, this game and its clever Easter eggs hidden throughout the world made this my favorite game to have played in 2014. This has been Nester82. Thank you for viewing my top 5 video games of 2014. I look forward to seeing you guys in 2015. So until then, stay frosty.
Okay, one more time.
There are some pretty. They're so pretty.
They're
Oh,
so pretty.
They're so pretty and witty and light.
Okay, one more time.
And what an experience I had in this game!